And then I saw this picture, and I've covered this woman extensively on my show. She's one of the great purveyors of modern feminism. Yes, Emily Ratajkowski. I don't know what she has done in society other than be naked, what her contribution has been, other than at the very same time on insisting on her nudity, writing a book and convincing us that men are looking at her, making her a sexual object. Yeah, she actually wrote a book and said that she has been objectified her entire life sexually. Poor Emily Ratajkowski. So anyways, I don't know where she was going the other evening, but I do want to show you this photo of her, a night on the town in New York City. It looks like her assistant is descending out of a black car with her, and this is what Emily Ratajkowski decided to wear.
You can't make this shit up.
Now, if you're listening to this podcast and you don't see it, it is literally a black bra and underwear, and a sheer top on top of it, completely sheer. She's completely naked. She's also wearing even a transparent heel. So I will ask the question in case you think I'm being unfair. Where is she going? Where is she going that you would say that this is an appropriate outfit to wear? I want you to actually get creative here. In what setting would you say, no, actually, this outfit is appropriate? I'm walking down the street wearing a bra and underwear, and this is totally fine because I'm headed to my sister's birthday dinner.
She's got a point. And this woman is complaining about men objectifying her, but she comes out the house practically naked.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
What's good, everybody? This is Love for Love, Life in the Game, coming at you guys with another reaction video. And today, I'm actually going to do two. The first one is going to be on, it's a video of a brother was out with his wife and her friends. He basically took his wife's friend out for her birthday. They went to what appears to be a very nice and expensive upper scale restaurant. Now, the friends invited some other friends. When the check came, he said he asked the servers, or I'm sorry, whoever the server was, to see if they could split the checks. That's when the drama started. Let's get into it.
Oh, no.
I don't want to do dessert.
Can you separate it? I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Separate check. Dang, I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate checks? It's all women here. You got a check.
But I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
I like how this brother handled this. He basically he put his foot down and said, "Look, I'm not responsible for y'all." Now wait till they tell you how much this check is, and look at how these hyenas are responding.
You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table. I'm sorry, hold on. We was all doing Russian roulette, paying with credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split checks? We doing split checks now?
That was 2021.
Y'all
okay?
wait.
Things were different.
Not 21.
But I didn't sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But you participate. I know we ain't got shit. I know.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. This is my birthday, for real.
Okay, well,
You're
it
not-
don't matter to me because I didn't have anything.
No.
But you
It's
still.
Donnie.
Y'all, listen, I can tell these women are broke, because the proper thing would have been to do would be at least to offer. Not one of them offered. They all assumed that because he's a man, he should pay the whole bill. Y'all, this bill is $700. And you heard what he said. Listen, he said, "Look, I'm responsible for my wife and the birthday girl. I'm not responsible for y'all. I didn't invite y'all." And look at how these hyenas are acting. The fact that they did not even offer to pay, and they want him to pay because he's the only man at the table on a $700 bill. It just shows you that these women are broke. Now, let's continue.
Wait a minute. We're not doing this.
But you
No,
came
but you
though.
sat
so
at
you
the
still-
table.
You don't pay for a fee.
Okay, well, yes. No.
Listen,
There's
I don't
gratuity
care-
and everything on this
I don't care how y'all do
I
it.
didn't order gratuity. I just showed up. I'm sorry. Dang, but you always pay. Like, you're the only man at the table. You're not going to pay the check?
And
I'm not obligated. I got my whole family.
It's $700 for this whole table, and it's my birthday.
This is your podcast co-host. This is your best friend.
$700.
It's only Shan.
You being cheap.
Are you kidding me right
You
now?
honestly being cheap right now.
Okay, first
No,
of all,
if that was the case, I'd have just took you out.
are you being Dre? Are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and when y'all get a husband,
I'm married.
I'm sorry, I do have a husband.
I love how his wife had his back. Now, y'all saw what they said as far as you guys saw how much the bill was, $700, and not one of these hyenas offered to assist and pay a portion of the bill. They want to put it all on him. Now, remember, he didn't invite all of them. He invited his wife and he invited her friend. That's it.
Y'all are so embarrassing. Let me get out of here.
Not us splitting checks.
No, I'm not paying for anything. That's
I'm
fine.
not paying for anything.
No,
He's
you
the man
had
at the
a couple drinks. You know what?
That's some bullshit.
I'm not
Leave it.
paying for anything.
I'm gonna tell you tomorrow.
No, he's the man at the table. He needs to pay.
Can you please separate the checkbook?
No, because I'm saying that's ghetto. Like, you don't come to no establishment like that talking about splitting checks. I don't do that. I don't split checks.
Look at the entitlement, y'all. Hey, y'all don't do that. I don't split checks. The entitlement. Ungrateful, entitled. I mean, that's straight ghetto. She's calling him ghetto for not paying, but she got up and left. Unbelievable, man. This level of entitlement and ungratefulness that we see with a lot of modern women today, especially here in the West, it's pathetic. Y'all, in this next clip, it's from the Whatever podcast, and there is a guy on her. His name is the Q Pill. If you've never heard of him, please Google him, look him up, check out his YouTube channel. Boy, this brother right here is absolute fire. And I mean, this is one of the most based responses you'll ever see on not only the Whatever podcast, but just on YouTube, dealing with modern women. Now, there's a girl, I'm just gonna say what it is. There's a gold digger that's on Brian's show, and it's the girl with the red shirt on. She, from her accent, she I think she might be Latino or something. You'll hear that when she speaks, but extremely entitled. You know, she has this really sassy, stuck-up attitude. You know, this is primarily what you normally see when you see women who are gold diggers, who think they're hot stuff, you know, who think that they deserve a man who's a millionaire, and they think the only thing they need to bring to the table is, themselves. They have the attitude that they are the table. This woman exudes all of that energy. And I'll say, man, I absolutely despise women like this. I mean, they just make me sick to my stomach. Can't even hold a conversation with them. Have no desire to. These brain dead females, they really offer you and bring you nothing outside of a pretty face and a vagina. So I'm gonna play this clip, you guys, and we're gonna get into it.
If you look at dating apps, women are only swiping on like the top 10% of dudes. They're getting all the women, whereas the rest of the guys are getting nothing or the scraps.
Women are another problem.
I was just going to say, that's why I think it's very important that women have a...
Did you guys catch that? She said women are not the problem. And this is typically what we see from modern women. They just don't take any type of accountability or responsibility for anything. They blame us for everything. Now, what I forgot to mention, this conversation that they're having is basically about how women, primarily here in the West, how they tend to have, or most of them, not all of them, but far too many of them tend to have this overinflated sense of value, i.e., they think they're doper than they really are. So Brian and Q were really cute. He breaks this down and shows just how so many women who have this attitude end up being single because they won't settle for guys that really are on their level. So yeah, I'm going to play the rest of the clip. Let's get into it.
a realistic self-assessment of their own physical attractiveness. Because if you think you're a 10, you're going to be chasing that dude who you think is a 10.
I don't chase.
What? Okay, however you want to put it. You're going to be going after these guys who are like really attractive, that might be more attractive than you, that want to fuck you, but will never give you commitment.
I don't value attractiveness in a man. That's not in my top priority when choosing a partner.
That's fine. And with me, I agree with everything Brian is saying. And for me, it runs a little bit more personal than that because I am a certified relationship coach. So, and I have a huge clientele. So a lot of the women who come to me, these women come to me wondering why they aren't getting the dating outcomes that they want. And a lot of times it starts with them not being objective about their mate value, physical appearance, what they bring to the table, what they have to offer, who they are. Mm-hmm. And you have to remind them that these are the things that you woke up every day and told yourself in the mirror, daily affirmations. I'm a 10, I'm this, I'm going to manifest this, I'm going to attract the energy that I put out. All of that is bullshit. All of that is bullshit because you live in a world to where someone has to pick you too. It's just not about what you believe about yourself.
That part right there. You live in a world where somebody has to pick you too. And what he's basically saying to you guys is, it doesn't matter how dope you think you are. You can call yourself a 10. You can think you're perfect. But at the end of the day, the sellers don't dictate their value. The buyers do. This is no different than if you owned a car dealership and you thought that all your cars were the dopest cars on the planet. It won't matter if you aren't getting any customers. If all your customers are going across the street and buying the cars from everybody else's lot but yours, apparently your cars are not as dope as you think they are.
It's about the way the world sees you as well. And if you have the expectations of as a woman, I want to attract this type of guy. I think I'm on the level of this type of guy. And the reality is you're not. You're really going to end up heartbroken. I'm telling you, like, I deal with these women who are heartbroken. They're disappointed. They wanted to be wives. They wanted to be married. They wanted to have kids, not out of wedlock. They're single mothers, all types of women. They're just disappointed. They're heartbroken. And if you would have started being objective and being able to take some constructive criticism and being able to say, well, you know what? You're right. It took this long for me to come to the realization that I'm not the shit that I thought I was, or I hyped myself up to be, thinking that I was doing something, body positivity, or doing something for myself that was going to manifest what I wanted. I realized it didn't work like that. And now I'm here. And that's what I have to explain to them once they get there. So you ladies are young. You don't understand it. You don't see it. But if you continue to hold a certain attitude about yourself that is not aligned with reality, reality is going to show you what the fuck is up. And when it does, it's going to punch you in the face. And you're going to be so much more heartbroken and wish that you had just been more realistic and maybe took advantage of some of the opportunities that were presented to you in terms of dating, in terms of relationships with guys who could have been good partners. But because you felt that you were above him when you really weren't, by whatever metric you choose to use, now you're single. You're stuck. You're single. And you can't get what you want because you spent all your years that you should have been investing in those guys who are on your level, trying to get something better that you weren't really qualified for.
Man, that is one of the most based, honest responses you will ever see on this topic. And you guys go back. I mean, I invite you guys to go back and watch this video. Go to Brian's page and check out this entire video. The only girl at that table that wasn't paying attention to what he was saying was the gold digger. You'll notice when you watch her mannerisms, she's looking all over the place, playing with her hair and all this BS, the entitlement. Y'all, this world is full of single women who used to be her age, who are now old enough to be her mother. You know where you can find them? You can find them all boo-hooing on Instagram and TikTok. Boo-hooing because they're single. Can't find a man. Many of them don't even have children. This is exactly why groups like MGTOW and the Passport Bros exist. That's all I got for today's show. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and I will see you all on the next one.